Breaking news! France has declared independence from who? The United States. Not only on behalf of France and the whole EU. This is the first in a tsunami that will lead to the liberation of the American people. This is exactly what I've been talking about, how the United States poses an existential threat to the whole world. He talks specifically about the propaganda that's made by the rich Republican business owning class concerning China. This is something I've talked a lot about. The GOP has brainwashed their followers with the Nazi era-like propaganda that they produce so that CCP is some sort of trigger word for those Trump turds. The EU says they want to engage China, not to confront it and create false propaganda about human rights when the United States clearly has more of a human rights problem. Exactly what I've talked about. The rest of the world's not fooled by Fox News when they see Daniel Baker goes to jail. They see that Daniel Baker goes to jail for being a liberal while Kyle Rittenhouse, who shot black people, there's people on my channel saying he's a hero. Also specifically mentioning climate change. Climate change is not a Republican versus a Democratic Party issue, but because the big oil business controls the minds of those Trump turds, they have brainwashed their people into not even believing in man-made climate change. But France speaks a different language. They're not tuning into OAN and Breitbart. They're not under the spell of the Nazi-like propaganda created by the Republicans, and they haven't allowed their country to be overtaken by the big businesses, completely and totally delegitimizing their democracy and turning it into a communist country like in the United States, where it's the unelected CEOs who really set the policy. And it's not just economic independence they're talking about in the EU. They want strategic, aka military independence. And they didn't go specifically into the fact that those Republicans, they're not just killing people with coronavirus in the United States. It's spilled over the border. Now other countries, especially English-speaking countries, have a problem with anti-vax, anti-mask. And who knows? I mean, there's the Delta Plus now. Did that originate in the United States where they have trained everybody not to get vaxxed? And this is just the first in a tsunami that's going to come. And in the end, Americans will run to their foreign invaders seeking liberation.